Hello, my name is Michael. My teenage years were in the 1950s. They were years where I was influenced by the films of that time, many depicting working class lads like myself climbing to the top of a job, of opportunities offered and making a name for themselves. Fueled by such ideology, I was determined to chase such ideals, little knowing that they would consume me. My contact with the church started at the age of 14 when I joined a youth club, and through that started attending churches on a regular basis. I became attracted to the routines and rituals of the church, and although I found satisfaction in the Sunday service, it did not bring me any depth of conviction. Married at 21 and with 2 daughters to care for, my progress in a succession of jobs with increasing responsibility became all-consuming. Jobs involving house moves resulted in higher levels of stress and, sadly, resulted in a dominant attitude to my wife and others in general. Increasing stress led to inability to handle the responsibilities I craved. My regular church attendance failed to help my increasing levels of stress. The breakthrough came when attending a new church in a new district. At the request of my daughters, I agreed to attend a series of Lenten meetings conducted by a young curate fresh out of Bible college. His beliefs and outlook on life was at vast contrast with my own, and patiently and graciously he listened to my view on life and presentation, but then he presented the view that the missing ingredient in my life was the lordship of Jesus. His stance remained unshakable, and my life continued to drift into deeper waters of stress. Then came about the glorious day when, unable to face work, in my bedroom, on my bed, I cried out. I asked Jesus. I simply said, look, if you are there, as people are telling me you are, and this is what is required, then please come into my life and take over. In much tears, unashamedly, in much tears I cried out. I surrendered unconditionally, and I knew a deep peace had come upon me. That fresh start in life has been amazing. No longer in charge and control of myself, I have watched the many changes Jesus has brought about. No longer confident in myself, but delighted in the change he has brought about. Human traits so badly flawed, replaced by his strengths and purposes. It was shortly after this I was introduced to other businessmen that really shared a desire to share the good work with others. So grateful because that enabled me to just see the marvellous works that our Lord was doing in their lives just as in my life. You know, my favourite hymn is Amazing Grace that saved a wretch like me. And I'm so grateful he waited for me to ask him. He's waiting for you today. Are you prepared to just give him yourself as you are and to ask him to take over? Just do that now. Just ask him.